our vertical. We do this by combining the front zone to the apex and crown with a profile section. What is a profile section? A profile section is a section that runs continuous from the forehead to the nape, as to emphasize a silhouette of your client's head. In this case, we're utilizing this to give ourselves a guideline running continually across the section. You can see our previous section has been following the head shape. We're going to be utilizing the very top of this section as a guide. We lift the section straight up, and we're going to work a square cut line. Now, you'll notice as we get to the apex, we're at the top of the head. So you'll notice by even how my comb's positioned that my flat line will be building length as we work into the recession or front zone. So this is really the reason why I've decided to utilize a square line, is it's going to help me to build length and weight as the head rounds to compensate for the hairline. So as this falls, it will keep length towards the front. So here we have the view from the top of the head down, because we need to discuss how we're going to combine these zones. We're going to take a horizontal section working directly across. This is directly across the side section, running in through the middle into the other side. This is so that we can utilize our flat line from both sides to connect into the middle section. Now, we've explained our cut line is going to be flat working forward. But to form this, we're going to have to utilize over direction, which means we're going to have to work back to the previous section. So let's say this is section 1. Once cut and once we're happy, we'll take section 2. But section 2 will have to be over directed back to the base of section 1 to find its guide. This means there's a continual growth of length. We have guidelines from each side, and we have a guideline from the middle. We have section 1, we will now take section 2. So we need to be careful here, because we could pull the section down like this and we could still find guidelines that connect. You see here I have a shorter piece from my profile section and I have the shorter piece from my first section at the side. So you have to be very, very strict with your body positioning and your mechanics. We're working each section directly up flat, and we're finding our guide from that elevation. So be aware that you can always find a guide anywhere. It doesn't mean it's the correct guide. Review your mechanics on each section. So we've just cut section 2. So we're going to remove section 1. We're going to take section 3, being conscious that our section size is the same. So we only ever work with 2 sections. And each section has a consistency in its horizontal shape and its use of mechanics. Section 3 is going to be over directed onto section 2. I will now complete the top section. So as I pull my section up here, I have my guide in the middle, have my guide at the side, so you simply connect them. As the closer forward you get, the more narrow you'll find your section is getting, due to the fact the hairline is decreasing. So we can see that our pixie shape has the ability to have a very slight side parting, but we still have all the layers in the top. So here we have our basic shape dried. Right now it has no texture. You can see the fringe also is too long. So at this point the haircut is not finished. We're going to start and refine all around our perimeter first, using parallel point cutting, which means we won't really remove any length with this technique, but it will flatten and texturize our outline, making it look more natural and more tapered. If you find that the hair is fairly fine, try not to go too deep with your point cutting. However, if the hair is very, very thick, you could probably go deeper and really shatter that texture. Here you'll see we've maintained length to still go behind the ear, maintaining a versatile shape. Be cautious around hairlines, as you may need to keep weight to control hair growth patterns. If you still feel that your shape needs to be more feathered,